welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. Today we are making cards, and what do we use in cards? We use punches. So I have this bin here that I have filled with punches. It's just a case. I believe that this is my washi tape case. Yes, this is the washi tape case. I took the washi tape holders out of it to put my washi tape, and I stored that elsewhere. So now I had this case still, an empty case. So I put all my punches in here, not all of them, but some of my punches. So I'm going to use that. I have more punches that are right here. So I have punches here. I'm trying to get everything in one area. So if I need to go for a punch, that's where I go. And then I have this bin here. It says punches on it. This one still needs to be labeled. But these are all my Stampin' Up! Punches. So I'm going to make some kind of thing, first an organizer to see what kind of punches I have. And then I will make some cards to go with these punches and hopefully make a nice card. So I'll be back. So while searching Pinterest, I came up with this idea that someone else did, and I was like, this is perfect. So I wound up doing it myself, and I punched out all my punches that I own on these card things. I'll post the link where I found this from. I actually found it on Pinterest. So now I have all my punches on here, categorized on a ring. And I'm hanging it in front of my thing. So now I have everything. I donated 2 or 3 punches, and I think I threw out one that wasn't even punching. And now, yeah, so I'm hoping that this will help me use my punches. I found punches that I forgot I even had. So like this one is a border punch that I have. I have that one that punches candles. I totally forgot I owned that one. And then I have some borders and things that go on a Rolodex, I think. Yeah, so I found all these things. So now I know what I own. I also found out that I had duplicates as well, which I donated, put in the donation box. And then I also am missing some. So like I'm always having problems with my circle punches. But while I was doing this, I was like, oh, I should do this with my die cutting machine as well, and that will be another project for another day. But I thought this would be cool to do, so I know exactly what I have. So now let's go to my desk and see the mess I have there. Here's my desk. I have a whole bunch of punches that I need to use for something. So those are all from that cards. And then I punched this tag. I actually punched this side, and I turned it over. I was like, oh no, that's so pretty. I'm not going to put it on a tab. I have to use that. So, and then while I was looking for the clippy things, I wound up rearranging all my things because I have different sizes. I use these mostly the really huge ones for my washi tape for the month. And I also hold my threads on it. Now, because I pulled this off the wall, I have a mess. And I'm not supposed to be doing ribbons today, but I have this mess. I rearranged all that, but look at this. I have a mess here. So I have them on rings. So I need to like hang them on where I had them. I'm not going to organize this today, but this is how I organize the ones that aren't in the box yet. So I'm just hanging them in these things on the wall. So I need to make cards. I didn't make cards yet. So we'll have to make cards now. But it's lunchtime, so I'm taking a break. Okay, so this mess is now hanging up. I didn't really organize it. I just shoved it back on the rings, and so I could pull it off and bring it to my desk or whatever. I'm in transition of doing putting these in in a box rolled up, but it takes a lot of time to roll up all this ribbon. So right now, for now, they're just hanging up on these hooks here on my cart. Yeah, I don't have a closet, so this is how it's going to be stored for now until I get to ribbon again. So I finished 12 cards, and these are the cards that I made. First of all, I brought out my watercolor again, and I tried to do the rainbow, and I used the punch here that I found in my stash that I didn't even know I had. So I had that, and I made this with the red ribbon, and I made 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I had some of these Cocoa Daisy paper strips that I made sitting on my desk, and I wanted to use them in a card. And I had some black paper still, so I put the black paper on, and I did a thinking of you, and I stamped on here, and I just glued it down. The next one I used, again, the background from Cocoa Daisy paper. I stamped the flower on regular paper, and I stamped the hello on there. And again, I had a leftover piece of that paper, so I used it on the bottom, and I did a friend card. Friend, such a simple word for one of the greatest joys of life. Then I had an extra piece of that paper that I was using in the other, and I stamped the flower and used this washi tape with gold, and I did some stitching around the side, the center. Then I made another one because I had extra paper. I dotted the, instead of doing the stitching, I did dots, and then I did gold going around the center. Then I had the stamp set still out sitting, and I wound up doing some bricks with some flowers, and my watercolor was still sitting out on my desk, so that's what I did with the watercolor. Then I did some watercolor flower butterflies, and I stamped hello in the yellow. And then this one I used the punch. It had a butterfly punch in the black, and I used more of the strips of the paper, some washi tape, some ribbon, and that is it. So that's all the things that I made today. We need to write in my journal and then spin the wheel. Okay, I went to journal day 37, and I noticed I didn't record day 36. So I just finished recording this. I printed out the two, I took a picture of the 2 pages that I made yesterday, and I put it in my book, and I wrote about how keeping it simple. Yeah, I kept it so simple that I forgot to write in my book. Anyway, here is my journaling for yesterday, and now here is my journaling for today. I'm just going to move the book over because I can't get the zoom in. So anyway, I took a picture of the cards that I made here, and I searched Pinterest this morning, and I was looking for card ideas, and I found a craft punch hack that will make your life easy by simple stamping. So I will put the link to where I found it. I punched all my punches and made a template for each one on a 4 by 5.5. I did change the size. She was using 4.5, but I couldn't fit it in my plastic bags that I had. So I changed the size to 4 by 5.5. I used black cardstock, and I also hung it on my shelf. I found two duplicate punches that I will be donating, and I also found 2 punches that did not punch. I couldn't get it to punch whatsoever, so tossing them in the trash can. So anyway, we are done. I made 12, and I noted here I made 12 cards with the punches as well. So here we are. It's time to spin the wheel. Envelopes. We'll be doing envelopes tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.